guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my journal ecosystem and some of my favorite stationery. So let's get right into the video. My journal ecosystem is comprised of 4 main journals, each with their own purpose. I used to keep everything in one notebook, but I wanted to try having everything in its own place so it would be easier to look back on. And I'm really enjoying this setup of my current ecosystem. It also means I use up the notebooks a lot slower, so that's also a big plus for me. The first notebook I have is my pocket notebook. This is a notebook I carry with me whenever I go outside, and when I'm bored, instead of going on my phone, I reach for this notebook. Usually I just draw whatever I see around me or any little craft idea I came up with or a doodle or I usually end up practicing cursive in here actually. A lot of the pages are just me writing in cursive with pen or pencil. And so it's fun to do instead of being on my phone. So that is my pocket notebook. The next notebook I have is my daily journal. This one is exactly what it sounds like. I use this journal for planning, for brainstorming, for writing down my ideas, and using it to write down things I would need to reference daily or in a shorter time span. So I have a lot of random things in this journal, from YouTube scripts or video ideas to trying to plan out some of my professional things, my monthly layouts, and habit tracking, my to-do list. So I have a lot of things in here, and there's a wide range of topics that I write down in here. So it can be like house chores or maybe good advice I got from interviews, and also writing down my long-term goals and what I did throughout the month. I keep all of that in here, and it's a nice place for things like this. So that is my daily journal. Next up, I have my commonplace journal. I actually didn't know what it was until I got a video recommended to me, and I was like, oh, that looks so interesting. But yeah, I had this journal for a while, and originally I just used it to write down fun facts about sea creatures. And then I decided to also use it for writing down any background research for any projects I was working on, or just writing down about the projects themselves. So I have a lot of information in here that I can easily reference. I've labeled the top, and this notebook I primarily use just for background research or research in general and for my projects. So it's a journal I don't pick up every day, but when I do, I spend quite a bit of time in it writing everything down. Last but not least, this is my diary journal. This journal I don't use daily, but I do use frequently. And it's just a space for me to talk about my day or whatever I feel like. And I can really write in here whatever I want to. So I usually end up writing in here in the morning when I wake up or at late night. That's when I feel like is the best time for me to write in this journal. That's when I feel like writing in it. So yeah, that's my diary journal. It's a nice journal with a very clear and simple purpose. Okay, so next up I will be talking about some of my favorite stationery. When it comes to pens, there's a handful of pens that I reach for the most often, and they can be put into 2 categories. So here I have my black ink pens, and most of these are gel pens. This one is a ballpoint pen, but I feel gel pens work the best on any kind of paper, and they also give me a very smooth writing experience. However, ballpoint pens are also really fun for doodling, and sometimes I do use them for writing. The brands I use most often are Pentel and Uniball. These are brands I've been using for years, and Their products are very high quality. This is the Uniball Air pen, and this pen is really good for writing in cursive. It doesn't skip and it's very smooth when writing, and the ink is very bold. The Pentel pens, this one I use mostly for doodling and sometimes for note-taking, but the Energel pen is one I've been using for a long time, and it's a great all-rounder pen for me. Its ink formula is very smooth and it dries really quick, and I'm left-handed, so that works out really good for me. This last pen I got as a gift from India, and I really like this pen because it's also very smooth and the ink is really bold. And it's a good pen for note-taking and journaling both. So those are my black ink pens. I recommend Pentel or Uniball pens for those who are wanting to get into stationery. Those are very good quality pens for pretty affordable prices too. The next set of pens I have are my colorful pens. Most of these are comprised of the Zebra Sarasa clip pens. I really like this pen. It has a very, very smooth writing experience, and it feels like that on any paper. It feels very creamy and smooth, and so that's something I really appreciate about this pen. The ink quality is also very good. I'm pretty sure it has archival ink quality, which is something it markets, and that just means that the ink lasts a very long time, and the colors themselves are very bright and bold and very pretty. The clip also extends pretty wide without it snapping, and so I can attach it to my pocket notebook pretty easily and bring it with me. I also highly recommend the Zebra Sarasa clip pens. I also have my Stabilo pen here. This one has a really fine point, so when I'm wanting to write in a small space or have really small fine handwriting, this is the pen I reach for. And when I'm taking notes, I use this pen as a highlighter of sorts, or just to change the color for more important definitions. That's when I reach for this pen. Those are my colorful pens. I also have a mechanical pencil that I use pretty often. This one is the Pentel Wow mechanical pencil, and it's got a triangular shape to it, so it's very nice to hold. But this is a very solid mechanical pencil. It's really reliable, and that's all the qualities a mechanical pencil needs in my book. So it's got a mini eraser, which I don't use that often, but when I do want to use pencil, this is the one I reach for. So that is my journal ecosystem and some of my favorite stationery to use when journaling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want a more in-depth video of stationery or journaling, please let me know. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.